Maharaj, may I request him to please say something for us. Maharaj, please.
Okay. Okay. Actually, the two moieties, you want the differential function.
Honorable
Okay, sure.
General Manager Mr. Radharshan,
Because I am here at now Chittan.
Dr. Patro,
Deliver a lecture in a conference.
Dr. Kumar,
Hello.
Dr. Singh,
So kindly send him on
Dr.
Tuesday.
Majumdar,
Tuesday will do it.
all on the desk,
Okay.
dignitaries, and
Hello.
ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I think who are mostly doctors. I thank the organizers first for having invited me here and offered me the privilege to take part in this conference. I was going through IMC regulations 2002 because I am attending a conference of medical practitioners. No idea what it is all about. So I am going to that, and there it is written. You all know of this, but certain ideas I liked, which is very close to our ideas. What the IMC expects of a medical practitioner. They say that your primary concern should be service to humanity. For Ramakrishna Mission also, we feel like that. Our primary concern is service. Then they say that to this concern, your financial consideration should be treated subordinate to this primary concern. Then it is also said that what kind of person you are, that also matters. You are a doctor, very skilled in your subject, in the medical science. You are a very efficient and able doctor, but still it matters what kind of person you are. For us also, we feel like that. What you do, what you try to give, depends upon what kind of person you are. Then there is another thing that for doctors, I say, as it is written in the regulations of IMC, that you should continuously update your knowledge. They got all the advancement in medical science and try to bring those new discoveries, those advancement, those knowledge within the reach of your patients so that it can benefit your patients. Now, as Dr. Patro told you, it is true that when he came to Asansol Ramakrishna Mission day before yesterday, I asked him, why you were choosing me, a layman regarding all this medical science and all this conference on medical science. Then he said that you'll say your own things. You'll say what you believe in. You'll talk on spirituality. Now, the spirituality is not a thing that you acquire it visiting temples or churches, visiting all the temples, all the holy places of the world. You may remain as non-spiritual as you are. Again, without visiting a single spiritual place or holy place, you can be spiritual. Spirituality is, I don't say that the so-called spiritual practices are bad. So-called spiritual practices have no effect, but it is effective. It becomes spiritual. It bears a spiritual implication on your life to the extent it makes you a better human being. Suppose you spend long hours in meditation, but after coming in contact with you, I find that you are very self-centered. then you are not spiritual. And another person whom you do not see that he bothers about God or anything supernatural, anything spiritual, but you find that he is a very nice man, he is a helping man, he is a broad and liberal man, then he is more spiritual than the first kind of persons. So what is the sign of spirituality? Swami Vivekananda says a nice word in Raja Yoga. He says that first sign, I am meditating. I am meditating. Whenever I sit in meditation, I get lost in meditation. But what does that matter to you? Subjectively matters to me very much. But what is its effect on the outer world? Spirituality must have some objective effect. The Swami Vivekananda says the first sign of spirituality will be this, that you will be more cheerful every day. Every day you will be more cheerful. If it is so that you are doing spiritual practices and you are becoming graver every day, then Swamiji says, you do not go out, you better keep indoors. Because all this, there is so much sorrow in this world. So you have no right to make others more unhappy by showing your grave face. Suppose you are sitting in your room, somebody is entering in your room smiling, but your face, you are wearing a long face. Looking at your face, his smile goes on. Swamiji says, no, it is a sin, it's a crime, you do not do it. The first sign of spirituality is this, you will be more cheerful every day. And the second, and the final, and that is the sure sign that you are growing spiritual, is that you will be a better man. Who is the better man? You will be more loving, less self-centered every day. That is the sign of spirituality. So how do you do that? There are many ways. Swami Vivekananda says that inwardly we can do it. Personally you can do it by meditation. And for the outer world, externally, how do you do it? Externally, you will do it by service. So your medical profession, I think that this offers ample. I think this, among all the professions, this offers the most opportunity, the biggest opportunity for you to be spiritual. You serve people, it is a service profession. You are serving your patients, but in our scriptures it is said, we also believe that service does not mean with what things you serve. It depends on that. Suppose somebody is hungry, you cannot serve him with all these speeches. With advices you can serve him. So material is important. You have to serve him with food. Suppose somebody is sick, patient, you cannot serve him with food only. You have to serve him with medicine. So material with which you serve, that is important. But that is not the all thing. The attitude behind your service is very much important. What kind of attitude is behind your service? In our Upanishad it is said that Shraddhaya deyam, Ashraddhaya adeyam. When you give something in charity, when you try to help someone, you help with proper dignity. Dignity means with honor, so that he does not feel humiliated. Sometimes you help people, sometimes there are people, because of external conditions, he has come to seek your help, but he feels very small because of your attitude. Then it is better not to help. That is not going to be service. Maybe you are helping him a lot outwardly, but you are helping with indignation. You are insulting him. At the same time, you are insulting him also. You are giving him maybe some amount of money, but at the same time you are insulting him also. That is not service. You are not earning any merit out of your service. So Shraddhaya deyam, or Shraddhaya adeyam. You should not give anything without showing proper respect to the receiver. So in your that IMC regulations, this is there, that you must show proper dignity to your profession and proper dignity to the patients also. So this attitude is very much important. What kind of mind do you have behind your service? And in the spiritual world, in the Ramakrishna mission ethics, in the Indian ethos, it is said that if you believe in God, you have to tell yourself that the patient or anybody whom you are helping is God, another form of God. If you do not believe in God, not necessarily you will have to believe in God. Without believing in God also you can be spiritual. What will be your attitude towards your patient? What will be the bhavo, the idea with which you will look at your patient or the person you are going to serve? You will have to feel that he is thyself, as it is said in the Bible. Serve your neighbor as your brother, then it is said as thyself, as yourself. You will feel that he is yourself. You will just place yourself in his place. That what you would have felt if you had this same problem, you place yourself in his place, and then you regulate your attitude, regulate your behavior, regulate your dealing with him. So this is spirituality. Spirituality is not the thing that you go to temple, etc. Your mind will expand. You will find other sorrow as your own sorrow, others' happiness as your own happiness. One young man came to Swami Vivekananda. His question was this, that I have gone to many spiritual gurus for peace, but I have not found it. Then Swami Vivekananda asked him, what things you have practiced for attaining peace? That I have kept my doors and windows closed and have tried to spend long hours in meditation. Then Swami Vivekananda said, good, you are trying to meditate, that is not bad. But I'll ask you to do some other thing also. Open the doors and windows of your heart. Look around yourself. Look to your neighbors. There must be many unhappy people there. Some are poor, some are illiterate. Whatever you can do, whatever is there within your means, you give them, try to help them. By helping others only, you can find peace in your life. Tagore's and Swami Vivekananda, we have 150th birth anniversary we have spent. It is over, only 2 years back, we have gone through the 150th birth anniversary of Tagore, and we have been in the middle of 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. So I like to quote, I like to conclude my speech quoting from both. They are the leaders, among the few leaders, Gandhiji, Netaji, Aurobindo, Tagore, they are among the handful of leaders of what Indian Renaissance, Tagore and Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda says, nowadays we very much heard this phrase, art of living, thanks to Ravi Shankar ji. So Swami Vivekananda says, this is the real art of living. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. This is the real art of living, the living for others. By living for others, you need not neglect your own things, own interests. By taking full care of the interest of yourself and your family also, you can live for others. So Swami Vivekananda says this, that they alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. And Tagore says, he also says in the same vein, স্বার্থ মগ্ন যে জন বিমুখ বৃহৎ জগৎ হতে সে কখনো শেখেনি বাঁচিতে. The selfish person who has turned his face away from the world at large has not learned how to live. So this is the real art of living. This is the spirituality. One great thinker says about Swami Vivekananda, what is his contribution to this world of religions? Then he says that he has changed religion from static piety to dynamic spirituality. Wonderful. Static piety. I am so very much religious, but it does not bear any good fruit for my neighbors. I am so religious that just as I open my doors, the neighbor is afraid of me. He closes his door. It is the static